Hello everyone. Today we'll be going to solve a problem from LeetCode named combinational sum 2. So we have given a collection of candidate numbers, it's an array, and a target number. So we need to find all unique combination in this array such that they all such that the number we pick from the array sums their sum is equals to the target value. So in the example test 1 we are given with an array 10 1 2 7 6 1 5 and the target equals to 8. So we need to pick all those numbers from this array such that the target is equals to 8. So we have 1 plus 7, 1 plus 2 plus 5, 2 plus 6 and 1 plus 1 plus 6. And this solution set will not contain any duplicate combination. It cannot have more than one vectors. Like we cannot have 1 7 twice. If we have like 7 one more time in this vector, then the solution will be 1 7 and again it will be 1 7. So we cannot have more than one solution. The solution set should be unique. Okay, so the when we read these kinds of problem, the general idea which comes to in our mind is backtracking or recursion. So let's see how we can use this approach to solve this problem and how we can implement the solution. So let's come to the whiteboard. So we are given with this input array. So first we can the initial step we should perform is the sorting of this array. We will discuss later why we did a sort operation on this array initially. So on sorting this array, we have array look like this. So it will be 1 1 2 5 6 7 and 10. Now let's define a recursive function named go, which will take some params. So first param will be this input array which we are given. The second param will be the vector v, which will kept all the elements from this array such that their sum will be 8. So initially this vector will be empty, but as the recursion will move forward, this vector will contain the element which can have in our solution set. So it can have 1 1 2 5 5 plus 2 or anything sort of. Then another param will be passed as a position. So from which position we are starting in our recursion. So initially this value will be 0. Now the another will be the current sum. So our current sum will be 0 because we have just started the recursion, and the target sum. So this will be the definition of our recursion. Okay, so now let's have a recursion. So on the first level of recursion, we pass our vector, this vector which is given to in our solution. Okay, our current sum will be 0 and our target sum will be 8. So from here we have like three possibilities. If our current sum is equals to target, if our current sum is greater than target, and if our current sum is less than target. Okay, so we have, it's our base condition, and these two are the condition which we have to look for. Okay, now we move forward to another level of recursion. Here the current sum is equals to 1 and position equals to 8. Then we ask again, can we add element present at index 1 to our solution? Element present at index 1 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 is less than equals to 8. So yes, we can add 1 to our solution. So we added it. So 1 second guys. So yeah, so vector will be here 1 comma 1. Now we move forward again. So we have current sum equals to 2, position equals to 2, Then we ask again, can we add element present at index 2 to our current sum? Element present at index 2 is 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 is less than equals to 8, so yes, we can add. So we have vector looks like this. Then we move forward. We have current sum equals to 4, position equals to 3. What's the element present at position equals to 3? Element present at position equals to 3 is 5. So 5 plus 4 is 9. So can we add 5 to our recursion? No, we cannot add 5 to our recursion because 5 plus 4 is 9, which is greater than our target. So we stop our recursion from here. We return either a false value or just return or executed a return statement. So now here comes the benefit of sorting. So till here our sum was 4, and we ask, can we add element at position 3, which is 5, to our current sum? So we cannot, because the sum is 9. So we cannot move forward. We don't have to look element present at position greater than 3, because it's a sorted array. So element present at index greater than 3 will either have element 5 or greater than 5, so which always result the sum greater than equals to 9. So we can stop our recursion entirely here. So we stop our recursion, and we know that the solution containing 2 in our vector solution will not exist because the sum till here is 4. So we remove this 2 from our solution. That basically means we backtrack. So we remove this 2. We look for another solution. So let's see. So here our current sum equals to 2, and our position equals to 3. So element present at index 3 is 5. So can we add 5 to our current sum? 5 plus 2 is 7, which is less than equals to target. So yes, we can add. We added it. So now our vector will look like 1, 1 and 5. So again we move to another level of recursion. Here our current sum equals to 7, and our position will become 4. So then we ask again, can we add element present at index 4? Element present at index 4 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 6. So 6 plus 7 is 13. So it's greater than target. So we cannot add 6 to our solution. So we stop our recursion, and as we know that if we have sum till here equals to 7, then we cannot look for another solution having 7 or 10, because the sum will always be greater than target. So we confirm that our solution cannot contain 5. So we backtrack again. Basically means we remove this 5. So look for another solution. So here we come. So again we have current sum equals to 2, position now become 4. So element present at position 4 is 6. So we ask, can we add 6 to our current sum? 6 plus 2 is 8. Yes, we can add. So we added 6. Now here we come, current sum equals to 8 and position equals to 5. But here we met our base condition, which is our target. So we make a return statement call by storing our answer. So we stop our recursion from here. We don't have to look more forward again. So we stop our recursion. So here we already used 6. Now we have to look for more possibilities. So we can have position equals to now 6. Position equals to now like we got position equals to 5, but we don't have to look for position equals to 6 or position equals to 7, because that will always leads to from here we don't have to look for position equals to 6 or position equals to 8, position equals to 7, because that will always lead to sum greater than equals to 8. So we stop our recursion, move to the previous level of recursion. Here we got 6, so we exhausted our solution containing 6, so we remove this from our solution set. So we look for another solution. So let's say we come here. So now current sum equals to 2 again. Position will be 5. Okay, so element present at position 5 is 7. So can we add 7 to our current sum? 7 plus 2 is 9. So we cannot add. So that's why we stop our recursion, and we will backtrack, and then we will come to 1 again, and we'll again look for current sum equals to 2 and position equals to 6. In this case, like the array is sorted, so 7 plus 2 is 9, so we don't have to look for more value greater than index equals to 5. So we remove 1 completely from this, and we will do recursion again. So this is the basic idea. Like, what we have to do, we just have to iterate over a level of recursion and see if the value we are at can be added to our vector solution or not. If it can, then we will move forward to another level of recursion till our base case meets. As soon as our base case meets, we store it in our solution, we return from it, and then check for another possibilities. So let's see how we can implement this solution. So we will first take a set of vector of int, because our solution cannot contain duplicate solution set. So let's say if we have 1 6 and 1 more 6, then it can leads to 2 solutions, 1 plus 1 plus 6, which is 8, and then this 6. So it will consider this 6 at first, and then again another 6, 1 plus 6. So this should not be the case, because we don't have to have more than one solution twice. So first sort our vector. So make this add candidates as AR. So we have to sort this vector AR dot end. Okay, now take a vector V and pass it in our solution. So AR V position, current sum, and target. Okay, now code this recursive solution. So void go vector, this array, this vector, this way. We are passing the vectors by call by reference. That means it will not basically copy the vector, it will always pass the vector by reference. Now we'll pass position, we'll pass current sum, and we'll pass target. Okay, now we have 3 conditions. If our current sum is equals to target, then we'll basically have to return by storing it to our answer. So this one. Else if our current sum is greater than target, then we have to basically return, and else we'll have to make a recursive call again from the position we are at. So I equals to position to the size of the array I plus plus. So we first add to our solution, this value, v dot push back this value, and we did another level of recursion. So AR V I plus 1, current sum, and target. Okay, and then we have to backtrack as soon as we exhaust this element present in index I. So v dot pop underscore back. Cool. So now we will iterate our set and store it in our answer variable p, and let's okay, now return this answer. Yeah, let's submit this, guys. Okay, accepted. Now there is one problem with the solution. We have used this set data structure in order to see, in order to check, in order to maintain that our solution set does not contain a duplicate. Okay, so what we can do, we can just, if we look carefully to our recursive solution, we can just optimize our solution and we don't have to use this set data structure. How we can do that? Let's see here. So let's assume that we have one more 6. Okay, let's assume we have one more 6 here and it has present at index 5. So when we got the first 6, here, we store it in our solution and then we backtrack and then we go to the next possibility. So here we find 7, but this time we will found 6 because the array is sorted. So we will find 6. Okay, now we will find 6. Now here this 6 will again result in the same solution, right? But if we see here, the position is 4 and here the position is 4. So before making a recursive call to another level, which is at 5, we'll check if if I is greater than our position. Let's say we are now about to make a recursive call to another level. So our loop when our loop variable I is equals to 5, we'll see if 5 is greater than our position, which is in this case is 4, and element present at this index I is equals to element present at I minus 1. So element present at 5 is 6 and element present at 4 is also 6. So this is the condition which checks that we are not making a recursive call again to store the same solution set again. So like we are at 6, right? So as soon as our we do a I plus plus in our loop, it got 5. So here the position which we receive in our recursion level is 4, right? So our I is greater than position, which is 5 is greater than 4, and element present at 5 is equals to element present at 4. So this denotes the phenomena where we are storing the same solution set again. So for that case, we just have to continue and didn't have to call the recursion again. So what we can do just here is, if I is greater than our position and then ARI is equals to ARI minus 1, then we just have to continue. We don't have to call our recursion again. So then we don't have a need of, we don't have the need for our set data structures. We can just replace it with our vector to store the solution, and here we just have to answer dot pushback. So yeah, so let's submit this, guys. Accepted. So as you can see, we have a much faster percentage than our previous solution, which was around 28 or 30. So this solution is much more better because we are using less memory and our time complexity will be less because we are not having an overburden of set which uses log and time complexity for every insertion or deletion. Okay, so I hope you like this solution, guys. Please do subscribe to my channel and please give us a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments which problem you want to discuss from LeetCode or any other platform. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.